right, so check this out. Being that you said that, I wanna bring some of your background out and bring it to the foreground of the music.
Okay.
Where are you from?
Born and raised North New Jersey, via Rawway NJ. Much love to y'all.
Okay.
All that. But from there, I was in between. I was all through Jersey coming up. So I stayed in Irvington for a minute. I stayed in Bud Lake for a minute. Salute to anybody who actually knows where the fuck that's at. All through, like, just a Jersey person, you feel me?
And sidetrack?
Sidetrack, Imperial comes from Jersey City, New Jersey, born and raised, man. My whole life I spent out there. Now I'm actually trying to get out.
He trying to move by me. I'm like, nah, stay where the fuck you at. You ain't want to come out like earlier, nigga.
Now, see, that's what makes this group official to me, because when it comes to hip hop, you can hear a person's background and where they're from in their music.
Okay.
Newark was always described as Brick City, and Jersey City, to people from Essex County, was always called like a Wolverine. It's a beast of another nature.
Okay.
And when Jersey City and Newark used to rhyme battle each other, it was one of the most graphic displays of lyrical archery and just,
I love that word,
Braveheart type madness that came out. The meshing of styles from your past to your present comes from experience and from delivery. How has where you've come from impacted your rhymes and how you give it to your public?
Let you take it. All right, well, with me, what I try to do is I try to get into the listener's mind. I believe that I've evolved as an MC from when I first started, you know, with my old team, 5 Star Dojo, till now with Age of Extinction. I believe that my skills are a little bit more elevated, but that's just because of hanging out with such a talented MC as Fat Boy. When we first linked, I always, this name, I give it to him and it sticks to him for the rest of his life. I call him the walk-in hip-hop archive. So he knows about every single album. He knows about the influence. He helps me when I'm crafting, you know what I mean? So like, we lean on each other's shoulder, man. Basically, that's what it is, you know?
Nah, and it's basically just, like I said, I was always the type of MC forever. Salute Strange Colors, that's my crew.
Strange Colors, yeah.
That's where me and him first met, about, I want to say 5 years ago, maybe.
5 years ago.
Out at the Blue Room, they used to throw the A-list shows. Salute to my brother A Sharp.
Shout out to A Sharp, you know what I mean?
And we both was in the cypher, and I kicked my shit, he kicked his shit, and I'm listening. I'm like, yo, dude is dope, like. So I hollered at him. I'm like, yo, let's get a couple joints in. Let's just work. It started off, we did 1 or 2 joints. Mm-hmm. Then it grew into, yo, these songs got a certain theme to it. Let's do something with this. Let's actually make a collective out of this.
Word.
And now you got Age of Extinction.
But isn't that like how organic hip hop is? Because the one thing I hate about most groups, they're manufactured. That's why Making the Band failed. That's why, unfortunately, Boys in the Hood failed, but Jeezy was able to come out of it because he was an artist, you know what I'm saying? And when things are not organic and they're manufactured, they kind of had this weak delivery and weak taste when it comes to hip-hop culture.
I agree.
Being that hip-hop is organic, which means it's the life root in which your beats and your connection to God is expressed through your music, what is your brand? And that pause is the beginning of the interview. Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say a brand. I would just say we represent creativity. If you about creating something, not succumbing to the norm, we what you need to listen to.
Okay. Sam?
Our brand is, I believe our brand is kick you dead in the neck, bars with slasher lyrics. You know, he makes a fat guy with a skinny guy. You know what they say, man. You know what I'm saying?
I eat the food, he drink vegan milkshake. So it goes down either way. Y'all want it to go down. You feel me?
I don't know about the vegan, but yeah, milkshakes are good.
So check this out. I mean, let me ask this question, because I think this question I call for you, I'll call this question bar none, because nobody else can answer this question but you.
Okay.
The age of extinction is the end of an era.
Right.
It is war. For something to go extinct means it has to die. Mm-hmm. So the age of death means a cleansing, a genocide, or a renewal of skill.
Right.
Or a renewal of life, period. if Age of Extinction had to kill something off so that the music, the art, the culture, or even their own sound could exist, what weed is it in the game right now that you have to pull up from the ground so you can survive?
You mind if I answer this? These mumble rappers. I believe nowadays it's so easy for anybody to get famous to where they could just go in a booth, not have to write nothing, come up with a couple of words, and now everybody's all of a sudden a millionaire and they're getting charts at the top billboard. You know what I mean? I believe that takes away from the craft and the culture. Back in the day when we was coming up and you had to grind out in the streets, everybody writes their own lyrics and make sure it's not no, you know, sour puss and a sugar footing, basically, to get to the point. But that's what I believe. He might have other ideas, but I believe that we came together in order to put an extinction to the mumble rap that's causing the demise of hip hop, in my opinion.
I definitely agree with him, but I'll take it a little deeper than that. I think if you just look at most of the top 5 things that go on in hip hop right now is killing the game. So when you see people on radio shows rapping off their phone, people blatantly having ghostwriters, fucking, you got these damn YouTube, Instagram celebrities rapping on songs with real MCs and the real MCs is backing them. Like, I think it's just bullshit on top of bullshit. Like, you really can't start with just one route. You gotta grab a bunch of things, but a bunch of things, people get it confused, it leads back to the money. So you just gotta bring the pureness back into the game. That's what I think.
Pureness, word. The essence of hip hop.
Oh yeah.
Alright. You just threw my interview off. So now we're gonna freestyle a little bit, and I like this.
Alright.
So what is the essence of an MC?